Hey guys, welcome back to Maverick Watch Reviews. We have an absolute legend in the budget/beater diver category today. Today we have the Casio Duro 200 meter quartz diver, model number MDV106-1A. And as usual, we'll open it up, look at the fit and finish, the features and the functions, the build quality, and then I'll give you my overall impressions of absolutely the best budget diver watch available today. I'd also like to invite you to become a patron of mine on Patreon. Check out my Patreon link in the description field when you get a chance. My only suggested commitment level is just $3 a month, but you can always give more or less. So here you go, typical Casio watch box. You've seen these a million times. Most likely you've seen them displayed like this on the shelf with the price right there. So here you go. Let's go ahead and get this off the stand. Now you also get your manual and your warranty information down here in this bottom compartment. Again, you've seen all this stuff before. So what we'll do is we'll get some rough specs, but always refer to the manufacturer for the exact specs of any watch. So let's get the case size here. Case size is coming in at 44 millimeters on the dot. Look at that. Let's get the thickness. Thickness is 12.3, let's go ahead and say 12 millimeters. Let's get the lug to lug. Lug to lug is 48 millimeters. Let's get the strap size. Let's go in between the lugs here. Strap you're looking at 21, almost 22 millimeters. So there you go. Now those are the rough specs. Let's talk some definite specs here, some solid specs on the left-hand side of the screen. All right, you're looking at 200 meters water resistant, which of course is 660 feet. It has a standard Japanese quartz movement. I couldn't find anything about the movement of this watch, but based on the battery life, I checked out the battery. It's an SR626SW. They're saying that's about 3 years. It does have a screw down case back. It has a date function over here at 3 o'clock. It also has a screw down crown also over here at 3 o'clock with some really nice little crown guards. They're not too big. It has a 20-click unidirectional bezel. It has applied indexes, which is really nice on a watch in this price range. And that's really about it. I mean, there are not too many specs with this watch. It's just some basic stuff. It's really a basic watch. But the thing with this is they've done it extremely well with this watch. Now, I know a ton of reviews of this watch have already been done on YouTube, but I definitely want to give you my take on it. And again, this is absolutely the best budget diver you can buy. I mean, it's just, that's it, period. You can't get any better than this. It just offers an incredible amount of value for your money. And this is actually the successor of the MDV102-1A, and I'll go ahead and put that on the left-hand side of the screen for you. Now, I think that one is actually more visually interesting. I just like the way it looks better than this one. But this one really kind of goes back to the, kind of the classic diver watch with classic diver features. You have the bezel, you have even the font, the applied indexes, the screw down crown, the crown guards, the luminous pip up here at 12 o'clock. This is the classic diver look for a watch. So anyway, this is basically just a little more streamlined. They kind of streamlined it a little bit. And again, I like the look of the other one better, but this is probably technically the better watch. Now also, Duro means tough or durable in Italian. I'm not quite sure why Casio decided to use the word Duro. Maybe they just liked the way it sounded, who knows? So anyway, let's talk about the watch. Now you're looking at a matte black, you would think it'd be matte black dial, but it actually has a nice sunburst to it. Really, really deep, rich black color. Again, you have applied indexes, which for a watch in this price range is absolutely almost unheard of to have applied indexes. Now I'll tell you what the watch cost down in the bottom in the description field, and I'll give you an idea of what it costs. I'll give you the MSRP of the watch, but you can get this much, much, much cheaper. Anyway, so you have a nice red accented second hand, decent sized hour and minute hands. They actually have they're kind of faceted if you look at them. They have a bevel to them themselves. And again, for a watch in this price range, it's just crazy, man. Let me go wipe this thing off real quick. There we go. Get all my fingerprints off of there. Again, you have the Marlin logo. Now, I believe Casio only uses the Marlin logo on a watch if it's water resistant to 200 meters or more. So whenever you see that, you know that you have an actual diver's watch. And in fact, this is actually ISO 2281 certified to be a diver watch. Again, for the price of this thing, that's absolutely insane. So let's take a look at the rest of the watch. We've looked at the dial, we've looked at the bezel, 120 click bezel. Let's go ahead and check out the click action. Really, really nice click action, just a little bit of play. which is acceptable to me. Not a big deal. Of course, you've got the luminous pip at 12 o'clock. There you go. And it's an aluminum insert. You're not going to get, like a ceramic or anything like that. A nice aluminum insert. The thing is, it's the fit and finishing with this watch that make it this special. I mean, you would think this is a, $300 or $400 watch. It's just not. It's really, really inexpensive. So what else? The case, highly polished just about everywhere. You've got a little bit of brush surfaces on the top of the lugs, but everywhere else it's extremely highly polished. Even the bezel, the coin edge bezel is kind of polished too. You don't have a sign crown, but you do have a nice screw down crown, some nice crown guards. Those are also polished. So there you go. What else? Even the back, all the way around the case is polished. Really, really, really neat. Let's go ahead and open this thing up and take a look at the case back. Really, really nice laser engraved case back. Nothing super special. You've got the marlin there, and you got some information about the watch. You can see the bevel of the case back, the screw down case back, is also polished. Most of the underside of the case looks like it's brushed. There you go. The strap is good, but it's not great. It's more supple than some Casio straps I've encountered, so it's not super stiff, thank God. It's really, really comfortable, but you would probably be better served to slap this on a NATO strap. Maybe a NATO strap like a gray or black with maybe a hint of red, like a red stripe down the middle or something like that. Again, strap is good, but not great. Let's look at the buckle. Typical Tang & buckle, one keeper. That's really about it. Now these right here, these little accordions, these are meant for when you put it over a wetsuit, so it allows the strap to stretch just a little bit. That's what those are for. A lot of people ask me, what are these things for in a strap? It's to allow it to fit over a wetsuit. Now, unless the strap actually has a diver's extension, and most of the time, 99% of the time, that's for a stainless steel bracelet, you're going to see these in diver's watches so the watch can stretch just a little bit over a wetsuit. So there you go. What else? What else I want to talk about this thing? Again, there's also a stainless steel version of this that's much, much harder to find. And I'll put a picture of that up on the left-hand side of the screen. That's the MDV106-1A. Again, really, really hard to find, but it is out there. And this is just a fantastic watch, guys. Again, I know a ton of reviews have done about this, so I'm not going to make this a super long review. But if you want a budget diver, a beater watch, you really can't do better than this Casio Duro. There just isn't a watch out there that can really qualify as a budget diver like this one can, in the classic budget diver sense, where it has all the features you really want in a diver, and this just does it perfectly. It really is the perfect watch. This also has a mineral crystal, which you're gonna expect for watching this price range, but it has a little bit of glare to it, not too bad. But I really, really love that dial. Applied indexes on a watch in this price range is almost unheard of. Most of the time, you're going to get a printed dial, but this has actually applied indexes. So what we'll do now is we'll go ahead and test out the lume. And before I do that, what I'm going to do with this thing, I'm actually going to TC this watch. TC is an acronym for time capsule. I'm basically just going to put this away and forget about it. Let's see what these things cost in 10 or 20 years when they're still brand new. So that's what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to TC it. Again, I'm trying to start this as a thing in the watch world. See if this catches on, or if y'all, don't like it or you think it's stupid. I'm sure I'll get some comments in the comment sections. Anyway, now the MSP for this watch is $69. Now you can also find it for much, much less than that. You can find this for easily half of that in many, many, many different places. So don't think the MSRP of $69 is what you're going to pay for this. You're going to pay about half of that for this watch, which again makes it the absolute best budget diver on the planet. So actually, let's go ahead and try this on first real quick. Man, it's really, really comfortable. Again, even though the strap is not the best, it's not that like real soft, supple silicone, but it's comfortable. I mean, it's really comfortable. Really, really like it. This is the classic diver look. Classic look for a watch. All right, let's go ahead and check out the lume. All right, let's kill the studio light. Let's go ahead and zap this with a little bit of lume here, a little bit of light. And again, don't get too excited because you're not gonna be blown away. There we go. Let's do about 20 seconds. All right, there we go. So there you go. Again, for the price, you really can't beat it. Now, the camera is picking it up a little bit better than I am. When I'm looking at the watch with my eyes, with the naked eye, the lume is almost all faded. I mean, you can see the hour and minute hands still have a little bit of glow left, but to the naked eye, it looks like the lume is completely gone. So again, don't expect much with the lume, but for the price, you know, who cares? I mean, you have to really take watches as a whole. You can't really judge a watch on just one feature that you like or a feature that's missing in the watch. For the price, you can't do anything better than this, period. So a little bit disappointed with the lume, but not a big deal. I'm trying to think of anything else I forgot, and I think I pretty much covered everything with this. Again, I mean, this is going to go down in history as one of the other classic Casio beater watches out there, you know, like the Arnie's and some of the G-Shocks. Just a great, great investment. And, you know, something happens to it, you break it, whatever, it's so cheap and inexpensive, you can either just, you know, buy a new one or just get a different watch. It's one of those type of watches that's just really epitomizes the beater slash budget diver watch. So there you go. All right, guys, I got a ton of new reviews coming up in the next week or so. Some really, really interesting stuff. So make sure you stay tuned. And again, this has been the Casio Duro 200-meter quartz diver, model number MDV106. And if you like this video, please click on like. If you want to subscribe to my channel, please do so. I'm coming up on almost 7,000 subscribers, and I really, really appreciate it, guys, each and every one of you. And for the, you know, 3 or 4 women that are watching these reviews, I really appreciate y'all doing that as well. And again, I got some more stuff coming up in the next week or so make sure you stay tuned. And that is it for this review. Take care. Bye-bye.
I'm looking